What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I know it's been a while. I apologize to everybody, but I'm going to come out today and I'm going to do a little updated video of the landscape. It's early spring here in Tennessee. It's April 15th, so it's just now starting to get super warm. We had some cold spells. We had a pretty harsh winter, had some near 0 to 7 degree days back in December that really took a hard toll on landscape here in Tennessee, like nandinas and some of the Japanese maples and other trees like that were trying to start to come out and stuff. Because of the warmer weather during the winter, when we got that cold snap, it did affect them some. I don't think I lost too much, but let's start right out here at the corner of the house and I'll take you right through it just like I did in one of my older videos. Let's start right here on the corner. And right here we've got a Skeeter's Broom Japanese maple. Man, that thing is beautiful. Got some nice reds. It didn't take really any harsh effects from the cold winter. Down here we've got some Blue Star Juniper, I believe. We got a few of those, like the blue out of them. They're easy to keep as long as you keep them decently dry, not too much water, or they will start to die back. We got some daylilies coming out here. These right here are Jantar arborvitaes. These are about 3-4 years old. I believe they'll get about 6 or 7 feet high. Hope this wind didn't get in the camera here, but we've got some more daylilies here. Right here we've got an orange flame Japanese maple, and this guy had really a bad crook. And right back here in the back you can see that I've got a stake in the ground and I've got it tied off with a trucker's knot, trying to keep it straight and see if we can get more upward growth out of it. Right there's a arborvitae. It's a Mr. Bowling Ball is the cultivar of that. Let's come on around again. I got more daylilies. I love to put daylilies in between everything. They just start to bring in a little bit of extra color and all the evergreens that I love. Right here is a Cryptomeria black dragon. Black dragon's what that's called, so that's a pretty cool item as well. And right down here, this is called a Sierra Sunset. They haven't really done really good in my garden, but I got this one out here in more sun and it's been doing okay. So here's some younger Jantar arborvitaes. I actually have them still in the pot, just on the watering system. After COVID hit, I had a hard time getting larger trees at the nursery, so I bought a bunch of these and I'm just kind of growing them out to place in places or possibly to put in other customer spots. Right here is a yew. I do not know the actual cultivar, but it's got a bunch of new growth coming on it. I got this yew right here from one of my really good friends, Mr. Summers. He passed away, he's not with us anymore, but anyways, I love that thing, and it's just an upright cultivar of the yew. So right here we just got some regular emerald green arborvitaes. I bought these at maybe 5 or 6 feet. And they're probably about 8 foot tall now. They've been in the ground for a couple years, so possibly going to move those and put a bigger feature there, but not sure. I don't know. Maybe tell me what you think, if you like them as kind of a barrier between the office door and the neighbors, or maybe put more of an upright, something a little bit bigger there. I do not know yet. These two Japanese maples right here, these really took a toll. Don't know what this one's going to do. It really hasn't produced many leaves. This one as well, it may come out a little bit better later. I'm going to get it out into the sun just a little bit, but it actually has, I can't remember the name of it, but it actually has these little tiny leaves, almost like a weeping willow looking thing, and it's really cool, and I think that it's probably going to be okay. All right, we're going to move on to some of the stuff over here that I still have in pots, and I'm just going to apologize to you right now. I don't know the name of all these, but this guy right here did not do well, and I probably will be getting it out of that pot just because I just don't have time to nurse it back to health. Maybe give it to a good buddy or something. This is one that just came back, probably a tree version that has just came back from rootstock, and the graft part has died off. So yeah, we'll probably give that to somebody to plant. I don't really want that here in my garden. That is a really nice, really nice. Can't remember the name of it. Sorry, you're going to have to reference back to the other video, but that's a super nice evergreen right there. And if anything you see in this video you want to know the names of or more specific stuff, just mark the time down in the comments and I'll try to look this stuff up and see what we have. Oh, and here we're getting to some of my favorites. Let's start with this because this is just a simple that's just a simple coral bell plant right there that's coming up. And this is a chiramen, is what they call it. It's a grafted plant. It'll grow upright, and it's not dead right there. That's just what they do. They do that. And this is a Perry's Gold, I believe. These are Norway spruces. That's another gold cultivar. Can't remember the name of it, but it is different than that one, and they both get yellow in parts of the season. This right here is a Medusa. It's a spruce as well, a Norway's AB's spruce as well, and it's pretty sweet. It did sustain a little bit of injury from the cold, but it has a lot of new growth on it. So this right here is a peavy starfish is what they call this, and the leaves actually look like a starfish. That's a pretty cool Japanese maple. Got some hostas down here. We'll see which one of those come back. We're going to get those in the ground. This is pretty sweet right here. This is a Shishigashira, which is a lion's head Japanese maple. It's a pretty decent size one. You can see the caliper of the trunk down there, 2 or so inches. These are butterballs, and they do not do well right here. I am actually going to move them. I think they might be in too much shade. And, I've tried everything. Less water, more water. I've tried multiple things, and they just haven't done very well. Here's some praying hands hostas. Those are pretty sweet. They're just now starting to come in, but once they turn up, they're going to look really nice. Here's a Makawa Yatsubusa. It's coming in nicely. Does have some damage from the frost bit or whatever you want to call the tips of those that need to be cut off. We got more hostas back here, coral bells, daylilies. Like I said, I love daylilies. All right, let's scoot back here, and right here we have a Horstman Blue Atlas cedar. That's a nice size one right there. That thing will probably get about maybe 10 feet tall, but it's going to take a while. It might take 15 years to get that big, 10 plus years. Just got a few more hostas. They are out here in the sun and got blazed last year, so I will be moving those. They won't do good once we get into the drought season. All right, so let's move along right here. And these are just some Paul's Gold mops. They're named after a guy named Paul down here at Swafford Nursery. They're his special one he came up with or something. You'll find them at Lowe's and other places like that. It's a really popular variety, but kind of ironic that the guy who created that specific one is from this area. More daylilies right here. And let me bring you up here to the porch. We'll just look through the bars here. That's another chiramen that I have in a pot. So that's pretty sweet. Got those from Mr. Summers as well. Got a lot of these special cultivars from my good friend Mr. Summers. This is a deodar cedar. I've got a tag inside for it. Can't remember what it's called, but that's the basic plant that it is. And they get rather large, but this one hasn't done a lot because it's been in this pot for literally like 7 years, I think. There's another blue star juniper, daylilies. That's a Nanalutea, Chemiciferous Nanalutea. Right here, I believe we have maybe a white peaches or peaches and cream. Sorry, I could be wrong on that, but check out how they do. Okay, and then this one is either a peaches and cream or something also. And they look this way. If you do not fertilize them, it does something to them and brings out the white more. Also, something about the light has something to do that as well. So they're right there. I fertilize everything, so you know they are what they are. I'm just letting them grow. We got our little hosta garden back here. Got some mouse ear hostas and some other varieties back there. Definitely need to add to that this year. This is like a afternoon. This is a shadier area, so it's easy to grow plants like that back here. Here we have a double knockout rose. Nothing special here. This is a cryptomeria as well. It's called a Frankie boy. Pretty amazing. You can see it in the last video I did like this. I'll tag that video in the description on this one, but and it'll come up at the end of the video. But this guy right here has grown immensely. I love that thing. All right, there's another hosta. I do not know what this one's called, but it is a pretty sweet Japanese maple. Got that lace leaf. It gets morning sun, afternoon shade. It's about 3 o'clock right now. It typically gets shady about from noon till 1 o'clock. So just morning sun. Got another big daylily coming in here. This is a fern spray right here. Look that up. Fern sprays are pretty amazing. It'll probably get 10 foot tall and big. It'll get about the size of the horseman, maybe a little bigger. And it's maybe 3 years in the ground. So it's going to take a while for that one to get big, but it is a sweet looking plant. It gets like a goldish yellow color and dulls out a little bit from that in the summertime. So we've got more daylilies right here. Sorry, the AC unit's on. Hope you can't hear that, but blue star juniper, coral bells, got some more hostas. They didn't do so well right here. Don't know why, but we'll plant something else there. So right here we have the Adagio maiden grass. Man, these things get ridiculously large. I'm almost thinking that I'm gonna take them out and put some other evergreen there because they are a pain in the butt to cut down. And once you cut them down and it's windy outside, the stuff goes all over your lawn and the neighbor's lawn. But we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we got another one up here in the front landscape. So anyways, those will come out, be about 4 foot by 4 foot. They'll come out throughout the summer, maybe another month, and they'll be out pretty hard and heavy. Right here, we've got a smaller Mugo pine. This one's done well. I've had people tell me that this is a hard one to keep. If it gets too much water, you get a lot of the, oh man, I can see the pollen. I don't know if you can see that or not. A lot of pollen coming off of there, but it will brown out on you if you water it too much, just like most other pines. Here's another Japanese maple cultivar. It does have some damage to it, but we'll trim it back and we'll just keep it here and let it keep on growing. Let's step back here, and we've got 5 of our fire chief arborvitaes. That's another one of my favorites. It turns like a reddish rusty color in the wintertime. Super beautiful, little bit greener to color in the summertime, but in the wintertime it's a beautiful addition because it does turn from your normal green. Here we have a blue Atlas cedar. This thing's been in the ground about as long as everything else. And let's come on around. And right here, these guys are struggling a little bit, but we'll see what they do. Go on, get out of there, red wasp. But that is a green twist. It's a Pinus strobus green twist. Man, I've always loved those. They're pretty sweet, and they might be getting too much water, but they have browned out a little bit. But the brown, it's not just crumbly, so we'll see what happens. Couple arborvitaes here. We do have more landscape to put here. Probably the same thing I said in the last video. We still haven't landscaped here. Still haven't landscaped up here. This is a rather large Temukiyama. Got about a 5-inch caliper on it. You know, it might be a 15-year-old tree. I'm not sure. Got a few coral bells back there in the back. And that's all we have there, but we will be completing that landscape this year. We'll be completing this landscape this year. And then all the other part is right here. Blue star juniper, daylilies, and another Adagio maiden grass. Just simple stuff here that doesn't require a ton of water. And that's not my landscape. That landscape is on the neighbor's property, which I'm not gonna lie to you. I put in a lot of their landscape as well, did their backyard and all that jazz. So maybe we ought to do a tour around there in another video. I don't know, we'll see. So, all right guys, so that will conclude my video. That was an update on the landscape for 2023. Can't remember how long that other video was, but I'm actually gonna go back and watch it right now. It's going to be linked up at the end of this video and going to be linked up in the description. I appreciate y'all for coming out. I appreciate you for watching the video. Thank you to all the subscribers I have and everybody who comments on the video, whether it be positive or negative. Doesn't matter to me. I love it. Love answering the questions. So stay tuned to the channel, and hopefully I'll be coming out with some more videos soon.